on Comedy Central. Put your hands together. Say hello to Mike Vecchione, everybody. Mike!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? I apologize for my look. I have a cop look in New York City. I don't have a nice cop look. I have a very jerky, Staten Island, keep it moving, I'm gonna racially profile you type cop look. That's not who I am as a person. That's the look that I have, though. I have this look like, I don't care if Obama won. Get out of the car, we have a problem, okay? And we have a problem because I was too short to play high school football. So I feel like I need that. I was dating this girl, she's like, Mike, you look so much like a cop, why don't you just become a cop? I'm like, I respect the police, I just can wear a uniform to work every day. And she was like, well, why don't you just become an undercover cop? I was like, well, I hate to point out the obvious here, but if I look like a cop, chances are I wouldn't be that effective undercover. I love stupid women. I'm into them. They're so good. Sweet little baby chickens are so hot. That's what I call the ladies, baby chickens. Unincubated baby chickens. You're unincubated, so you're craving heat and you're craving light. You're craving heat and you're craving light. That's more creepy than it is funny. I get that. I like the level of creepy in it. You know what I mean? It's Dateline, get yourself a cookie, I'll be back with my bathing suit creepy. Anything you ladies do, you make us horny. Anything you do, you make us horny. Over the summer, I saw a woman juggling in the park. She was just juggling, minding her own business. I was completely engorged in my penile area. I learned engorged in 8th grade health, and I'm gonna use it right now. I was engorged. Thank you, public school system. I was engorged after watching her juggle. Because I thought to myself, oh my God, if she could do that with 3 balls. Right, guys, right? I could just imagine what she would do with my one. I could just imagine the things that she would do with my one testicle. Having one testicle is no fun, ladies and gentlemen. But under the Barack Obama administration, I received a tax credit this year. So I'm doing well. I think I really want to be a cop, so I want to call another man my partner and not be considered gay. That's the real reason, because I'd mess around with people. I'd walk around with my cop friend, dressed in plain clothes, holding hands. Waiting for somebody to say something. They'd be like, oh, you guys are gay? I'd be like, we're not gay, dude, we're cops, all right? You're under arrest for a hate crime. Now get against the wall, I'm going to give you a body cavity search. No glove, who's gay now, bitch? Shut your mouth while I whisper your rights to you. But it's all legal thanks to the Patriot Act, so we're good, huh? Thank you, George. Thank you. I like the gays, man. I'm supportive of the gays. I'm supportive of the gays. I am. Because they don't have marriage. They have a little thing called civil union. I'm jealous. I want to have a civil union, but with a woman. That way, when we separate, I don't have to use the ugly word divorce. I can be like, look, sweetie, I don't want a divorce. I simply would like to secede from the union. Yeah. Then join the Confederacy of banging other bitches. I don't want to offend you ladies by saying bitches. I didn't mean it in a disrespectful way. I mean it the way that Tupac meant it. I'm not getting a gangster rap vibe from you guys. I don't know if you know who Tupac is. But to answer your question, Black Jesus. That's who Tupac is. Yeah, it's gonna be a hip-hop Easter when there's a Tupac resurrection. I like him though, I like Tupac. I'll tell you what, I don't look like a guy who should like Tupac. I look like a guy who should be like arresting a guy like Tupac and planting drugs on him for no good reason. But I like him, and I'll tell you why. Because he's crazy and compassionate at the same time. I listen to him, I want to do crazy, compassionate things. Like a drive-by shooting, but in a hybrid car. That sends a great message, right? I'm gonna try to kill all of you. But for those of you who live, let's protect Mother Earth. Mother Earth is my baby girl. Mother Earth is my home slice. But am I a gangster rapper? No, but I try to use that Tupac philosophy in my own life. I try to use it in my own life. Crazy and compassionate. I do some crazy things. I name my own penis. That could be considered crazy. But on the compassionate side, I name it after the third world child that I'm sponsoring in Guatemala. So it's a little long-winded when I can't get aroused. I'm like, Marco San Felipe Gutierrez? What is the meaning of this? You better stand at attention if your village ever wants to get an irrigation system. You have to threaten in third world ways. You have to. I don't even like to call them third world. That's disrespectful. I call them bronze medal countries. I think everybody's a winner when you come from a bronze medal country. So speaking of the medal system and the Olympics, I watched the Olympics. I'm into the Olympics. This past year I watched them. Because I watched the wrestling, because I was a wrestler in high school, a little bit in college. Wrestling, people think I was good because I'm stocky. I'm short, stocky, Italian, but I actually wasn't that good of a wrestler. Most of my wrestling matches ended like most of my relationships end now, with me on my back crying, asking if we can please start over. I think I didn't win the state championships because I wasn't on the steroids. Everybody's on the steroids now, right? Steroids in wrestling, that's a drug and a sport that go together. I like to see a drug and a sport that don't go together, like cocaine and fishing. That's what I would like to see. Because cocaine plus fishing equals fear factor. It really does. After 15 minutes, somebody's snorting worms and putting hooks in their eyes. So I'm watching the wrestling, and I came across another sport that actually has a better uniform than wrestling. Wrestling was my uniform, that was my sport. But this sport of fencing, has the best uniform. Do you guys, can you picture that, what that's like in your head, the fencing uniform? It's awesome. It looks like you could stab somebody and then go mess around with bees for a while. That's what I like. It's like, I didn't kill anybody, I've been cross-pollinating all day long. But did you know we did not win the Olympics? You would think America, greatest country in the world, we won the Olympics. We didn't. China won the Olympics. Are there any Chinese people here? Mathematically, there should be at least one, because there's like 1 billion of them. So mathematically. China won the Olympics, but then they had an earthquake. Won the Olympics, had an earthquake. Chinese government said they never expected it, which is hard for me to believe that not one fortune cookie didn't predict that. They really need to check their psychic dessert system over there. Maybe fortune cookies aren't the way to go. Maybe they should invest in a seismograph that's made out of cheesecake. Thank you, 10 people who know what a seismograph is. The rest of you guys should think about finishing high school. We got our own problems over here, though. Katrina, 3 years later, how could it have been prevented? 2 words, wind chimes. Where were the wind chimes? That should have been the product endorsement for wind chimes. Wind chimes, Mother Nature's rape whistle. Because they really are, if they're used effectively.